friends, Nancy here. Today I am going to lead you through just a quick yin sequence to refresh your shoulders and your neck as a complement to just kind of any sort of daily wear and tear that you experience in the shoulders and upper back and neck. This is a segment of a full sequence that I have available on my blog on nancynelsonyoga.com, so check that out. The link is in the description below. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to be notified about future uploads. Let's go ahead and get started. So you'll want to have a few props handy. I have a couple of blocks here. You can use anything similar that you might have that'll be stable and supportive for you. I'm going to set my blocks up in sort of a precarious way for our neck stretch. So I'm actually going to place one block down onto the floor, and that'll be the one closest to you. And then the next block you're going to take and prop up just beyond the very edge of the first block. So this one will go into your upper back. This one will come just to the base of the skull. Now, if you want some extra cushion, you can take a blanket or something similar just across either of the blocks or maybe both of them. And you're going to just slowly come down. So really take your time as you lower into it. And as you come down onto your props, you can readjust to make sure the block feels stable, the head is secure. The upper back just kind of rests into the support here, so your chest can open, your legs and your arms can take any shape they're craving. And just begin to breathe here. So deep inhales, deep exhales. Envisioning that breath moving into the body, supporting the bloodstream with fresh oxygen, helping you to clear your thoughts, to calm sensations in your heart, your energy levels. Most importantly, your breath linking you to these deeper layers of the self, what is beneath the surface. Allowing you to feel, to know, and to understand yourself on a deeper level. Deeply in, releasing completely out. Relaxing everywhere. You feel tension, just softening in those spots. Here, just begin to take the arms up and overhead if you're able. Breathing in deep, letting the ribs just kind of flare up and open. And then open your mouth and sigh it out. From here, we'll all take the hands behind the back of the head and interlace the fingers behind the back of the head. Draw your elbows upward toward the ceiling, and then just gently lifting your head up, resting your head completely into the hands, drawing the chin into the chest. Feeling a little more pressure in the upper back, a little more release in the back of the neck. Stay here, or maybe gently turn your head to the left and to the right a couple of times. From here, we'll just gently begin to roll off of your props over to one side. Take your time. Coming into your fetal pose. Resting the head on the arm for a moment. And we'll begin to press into the hand that is grounded and rise up just enough so you can remove your props, placing them to one side. You might want to have a block, maybe a bolster or pillow handy, depending on what prop you prefer for your supported bridge. As you come back down onto your back, just take a moment to feel the upper back just kind of release into the floor, and maybe rock side to side, massaging through the lower back. From here, we're going to press into the feet, lift the hips up, and you can slide your prop of choice underneath the sacrum, that space in between the glutes and the lower back. Now you can get creative. You can use one prop, two props. You can go to a higher level if you've got a little more space to work into, or you can keep it nice and low. And as you come into your pose, just allow the body to really release. So letting gravity take over and do most of the work here. Letting the neck relax, the jaw softens. The arms and the legs can, again, just take any shape that they would like to take. And letting your breath grow into this new shape of the body. Supporting the areas that are getting pressure and attention. As your breath works to create chemical reactions that generate deep release in the body. Maybe you sense that taking place even on a really subtle level. Can you feel things shifting and changing just by breathing here? Noticing over time all of those layers of resistance and pressure from your day-to-day life just kind of starting to fall and release, allowing you to settle into this very rooting pose that reminds us that we're connected, that we're supported. Your next breath will begin to press into the feet. Take your time, really allowing that back to release. As you lift, you'll remove your props and just set them to the side. Once you've got them out of the way, lower down nice and easy, one vertebrae at a time. You can remain neutral on your back, just feel the effects settling in and through you. Craving any kind of movement, just keep it gentle, we'll eventually come to one side, let's say the left side of the body, the yin side. And you're going to begin to press up into sort of a supported fetal position, coming up onto that left forearm. And as you come up, you'll want to make sure you have a block, maybe your blanket handy. And just take a moment here, instead of pressing into the forearm, see if you can just let the forearm support you and let the left side body just flare open here. Just kind of draping toward the floor. Your head can stay lifted, or you can gently experiment with letting the head rest toward that left shoulder, maybe chin towards the chest. But just allow the body to release and be heavy here for a couple of breaths, just about 3 more in this shape. And from here, we're going to take our prop of choice, maybe your block, maybe a bolster or blanket. You're going to slide it underneath the armpit, and you're going to begin to let the armpit totally rest onto that prop. It's a little intense, so just be mindful as you come down. You want to feel something for sure, but if it's painful in any way, you can prop yourself up differently so that there's no sharp pain. You should just be feeling a lot of sensation. Maybe for you, you're pretty open here and it's very subtle, but do allow the body to completely relax. The entire weight of the body kind of settles into that support of the prop. Now you can let your left arm just kind of stretch forward as I'm doing here, and again, maybe release head towards shoulder. Or you can bend at the elbow and create a little pedestal for your head to relax into the palm. Just allowing the body to release. We're not here for too long. So really direct your breath into the spaces where you feel this most. Relaxing through the jaw, the muscles that line the forehead that help you to express yourself. Letting all of that go for another 4 or so breaths. From here, you'll place your right hand to the earth, gently making your way up off of your prop, coming all the way to a seated position. You can cross your ankles or sit in any way that's comfortable. We'll take the right arm out to the right side. Gently on an inhale, lift the left arm up toward the ceiling, over toward the right just a bit, and as you exhale, cactus through the elbow. Spinning the chest up and open a bit. Inhale, lift the arm, lengthen the side body. Exhale, cactus. One more just like that. Inhaling. And exhaling. And from here, take the back of that left hand to the lower back. Come upright again, placing right hand onto the right thigh. And we'll just begin to drop the right ear toward the right shoulder. Lengthening through the side of the neck. You can experiment with tilting your head down or slightly up, maybe opening the mouth to release the jaw. Let's take one more deep breath. And from here, we'll lift the head back to center. And before we go to the other side of these poses, we're going to come down to our bellies. As you come down to the belly, you're going to take that left arm out about 90 degrees to the left. So if you want some cushion under your shoulder, maybe you slide off the mat slightly or place your blanket beneath your shoulder. But take that arm out, right hand beneath right shoulder. You'll begin to roll yourself toward the left side body. Now, as you come around to the side body, you can decide to use additional props to support the side of the head if you'd like. You can go less into the stretch, kind of leaning more forward. A bolster is a nice prop here to bring underneath the inner leg if you don't want so much pressure going back and onto the shoulder. Now again, we're not here for too long, so just find a place that feels right for you and allow the body to settle into it without feeling the need to force or press. Find a place where you can just let go. And trust your breath to take you into those deeper places that you need to go. So you don't even have to have an agenda beyond simply breathing. From here, we'll gently come back to center, coming to the belly. Removing any props that might be in the way. And as you come down, you can stay on your belly and just be neutral for a moment, just enjoying a little rebound. If you want to, you could thread the left arm across and over toward the right. And just feeling the shifts that are taking place in the body. When you're ready, we'll begin to press our way up. We'll come around now to the other side of the mat, so just turning to the back of the mat. So we stay facing the same direction so we can see one another. And from here, we're going to come into that side body release to start. So block is nearby. You'll come onto the right forearm this time and just let the right side body kind of fan open toward the floor. Just letting the head maybe stay lifted or rest toward that right shoulder. Just letting the body release into this pull of gravity for a couple of breaths. About 3 more. here, we'll begin to move into that release into our armpits. So you'll take the right arm forward enough so you can slide your prop of choice beneath the armpit. And then slowly start to let the body weight just kind of fall into that support. Again, the right arm can extend forward, or you can bend at the elbow, creating a little place for your head to land in the palm. Just allowing the body to release into some of the discomfort you may feel here. Again, as long as it's not sharp or shooting pain, see if you can stay and just kind of experiment with what happens when you're uncomfortable. Notice where your mind goes. Notice how your breath changes. And without judging anything that happens, see if you can just come back to a deep breath, to a thought that nourishes and supports you here. And recognize that you're okay exactly as you are, even when you're uncomfortable. You have this ability to tap into those deeper layers of the self. What a gift that is. From here, we'll begin to rise up. Take your time as you do so. Coming up, you can just find a comfortable seat. We'll take the left hand out to the left side. Reach the right arm up and overhead, breathing in. As you breathe out, cactus the elbow, open the heart. And just do that twice more with your breath, inhaling, exhaling. We'll now take that right hand behind the back and just placing the back of the hand to the sacrum, sitting up tall. And you can place your left hand into your lap. And then on your next exhale, begin to drop the left ear to the left shoulder. And as you do that, just kind of experiment with what feels right for you in terms of tweaking this posture to support what's going on in your neck on this side. Maybe it's moving through something gentle. Maybe it's opening your mouth, staying still. Taking one more breath. And we'll come back to center and just begin to make your way to your belly. We'll come into that reverse needle position. So having any props you'd like to have handy. As you come down, right arm will go out to the right side, about 90 degrees, more or less, depending on your needs. Left hand beneath the left shoulder, and then you can begin to roll yourself to the right side body or towards it. You don't have to actually land there. Now recognize this side might be slightly different. You can always make some minor adjustments and tweak this side to be unique. Of course, if this side is very similar to the first side, maybe you make the same adjustments and modifications as before. But just know that whatever you feel like you need to do to support this side will help to restore a sense of balance and equilibrium in the body. You don't have to overanalyze it and make sure it's exactly the same. And the truth of the matter is that we hold different energies in our body from one side to the next. The right side of the body that we're now on being the yang side, representing our daytime energy, warmth, kind of that multitasking, go, 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 fight or flight ways. On the left side, representing the nighttime energy, the cooling elements, the rest and digest mode of the nervous system, the yin side of the practice. And just notice any differences from right to left and maybe see how those correlate with the yin and the yang. Taking a final breath here on this side. We'll slowly come back to the belly. Take your time. And just take a moment to feel the rebound effects of the posture, maybe letting the right arm just kind of hang at the side and be neutral. Noticing the vibrations, the shifts, the sense of balance from right to left. When you're ready, we'll begin to make our way back into a seated position, maybe sitting back to the heels, maybe crossing the ankles. Taking a couple moments upright, and of course you can pause and go into a shavasana here. If you're ready to close out, bringing the hands together at the heart, feeling those inner rhythms, heart beating, breath flowing. These rhythms representing the fact that you're here, you're alive, you're present. That means you're very truly blessed. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, yogis. I hope you enjoyed this quick little stretch into the shoulders and the neck. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to comment below. I'll see you next time.